Welcome to episode number 3 of this Austin Dundas NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. And today, I'm obviously playing my Austin Dundas NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. It's episode number 3 of this series. Like I said 20 seconds ago, and like it says in the title, as we're about to play the Buffalo Sabres at home at the Doghouse in Austin, Texas. So you can see both of the teams' records on the screen. Buffalo's 24-15-7. We're 27-16-3. So we are better points-wise and record-wise than the Sabres. As the Sabres are in their last 10 games, are 5-5-0 in their last 10 games, and the Dundas are 3-5-2 in their last 10 games. So we're kind of on a little slump right now. Right now, like I said, we're 3-5-2 in our last 10 games. And the game we're about to play against the Sabres is here on, and it's on Friday, January 20th, 2023. Let's look at the calendar, because the first 9 games, the 10th game of 2023, our first 9 games were 2-5-2. I mean, you can see we lost. I mean, first win of the month, or first win of January, or really of 2023, didn't come until this game against the Flames. Because, I mean, we lost to the Rangers 3-2, we lost to the Senators 4-3 in a shootout, lost to the Kraken 6-3, lost to the Capitals 4-3 in overtime, lost to the Maple Leafs 5-2, lost to the Sharks 3-1, then beat the Flames for our first win of the year, of the calendar year, 6-1, lost to the Oilers 2-1, and then we beat the Wild here on January 19th, 4-3 in overtime. The Flames game was at home, and the Wild game was in Minnesota. So, yeah. And then you can see we're, like I said, 2-5-2 in our first 9 games of the calendar year. And then obviously, like I said, we're 3-5-2 in our last 10 games because we did win our last game of 2022 on New Year's. We did win our last game of 2022 on New Year's Eve, 2-1 against the Anaheim Ducks in Anaheim. So yeah, last episode of the series was this game right here, where against the Vegas Golden Knights, where we won 3-1 in Austin. The playlist for a series will be in the eye in the sky in the top right-hand corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. The next episode of the series will be the Dundas game on the trade deadline, which is the next episode of the series will be the Austin Dundas game on the trade deadline, which is February 28th. 2023, and the game is against the Arizona Coyotes at home. And like I said, the game is on the trade deadline, which is February 28th, 2023. And like I said, the game is against the Coyotes at home at the Doghouse. As we are right now in second place in the Central Division. We were in first place until this little slump, but obviously, every team goes through their slumps, and it's an 82-game season. We're through 46 of those. It's an 82-game season, and we're through 46 of those 82 games. So we're just past the halfway point. The halfway point is 41 games, so we're just past the halfway point of the season. So we have just under half a season to go, and we are 4 points behind the Avalanche. Avalanche have 61 points. We have 57 points. The Blues also have 57 points. Stars at 54 points, and then you have the Predators at 50, Jets at 48, Blackhawks at 46, and then the Wild, that we just won in overtime in the last game, in last place at 43. So we almost lost the last place team in the division, but we did not. And then the Sabres, and by the way, in the Pacific Division, the Canucks, or excuse me, not the Canucks, the Oilers, who we just lost to 2 games ago, 2-1, they're the best team in the Pacific. Yeah, and then there's Vegas, then Vancouver, then San Jose, and then you have Seattle, Calgary, Anaheim, and then Arizona. And you know, then why is Arizona in the Pacific? Well, in real life they're in the Central. Yes, they are. But they originally, when I started the series, they put the Austin Dundas in the Pacific, and obviously that doesn't make any sense because Dallas is in the Central. So the only way to get Austin to the Central is to hit a team already in the Central and move into the Pacific. And Arizona was in the Pacific up to, I think, 2 years ago, and then because Seattle came into the league, they moved Arizona to the Central. Obviously, in this case, I moved Austin from the Pacific to the Central, and then moved the Coyotes from the Central back to the Pacific. So yeah, the best team right now, points-wise, in the Western Conference is the Avalanche. And then in the Atlantic Division, which is the division Buffalo's in, Buffalo is in second place with 55 points. Tampa Bay is in first place in that division with 61 points. So the Lightning are in first place in the Atlantic division with 61 points, and you have Buffalo at 55, Bruins with 54, Panthers and Senators with 52, and they're the 2 wildcard teams right now. And then, like I said, I haven't said this yet, but the 2 wildcard teams in the West are the Dallas Stars at 54 points, and then San Jose Sharks at 54 points as well. So we have 57 points. So I mean, if we continue this slump, which hopefully we don't, we could fall out of the playoff picture. So that's why it's important to get out of the slump right now, because I know every team goes through their slumps, but you gotta, if you go into a slump, you gotta try to break that slump as soon as possible. So let's try to break this slump by winning this game against Buffalo here on home ice. Let's get into it. Right now, as you can see on the screen, right there on the right where it says Johnny Diderot. Johnny Diderot is our captain, as he has 47 points in 46 games, so he's just averaging just over a point per game, and he leads our team in points with 47. I believe that's at 20 goals, 27 assists, and 47 points, and he leads our team in points. Home uniforms for us, away uniforms for the Sabres. Let's say we have a better offense and goalie, but they have a better defense. Style Churchill, length 5 minutes, still semi-pro, the style is Churchill, the length is 5 minutes, the skill is semi-pro, and the on-ice trainer is adaptive. Let's get into the game right now. This team apparently has a Denny Malton. You can see up there, they have a Denny Malton, they have Rasmus Dahlin, Tage Thompson. In real life, Denny Malton's on the Penguins, and this game apparently is on the Sabres. So yeah, let's say we have a better. So let's say the Dundons have a better offense and defense, but the Sabres, or excuse me, the Dundons have a better offense and goalie, but the Sabres have a better defense. Let's watch the presentation. James Sabalski. Those glow sticks. Those red glow sticks are alive and well, I guess. Here at the Dockhouse, as we're on your way. As we're on your way here in Austin, and a shot was deflected wide. And now Rodriguez, that's an elbow, ref. I mean, come on, that's dirty. As those, the fans don't have those red glow sticks anymore, but they did when the lights were out. That was a mammoth hit. And somehow we still have the puck after all that. Here's Evan Rodriguez. Well, shoot it. That was actually pretty close. I'm not sure who this goalie is for Buffalo, as I believe that was Diderot taking the hit. But yeah, those red glow sticks are, looks like they're not even existent anymore. But they were, and that's offside. But those red glow sticks obviously were lit up, as you could see, when the lights were out and when the game was about to start. So before the game, right before the game started, those red glow sticks were lit. And I don't know what that was, but here we go. Here's McNabb. McNabb, center and pass, save. Let's go. I'm fighting. That was dirty. And McNabb will stick up for his teammate. It's Brandon McNabb versus Alex Tuck. These are, I believe, 2 former teammates with the Golden Knights. McNabb was on Vegas before, and Tuck. Come on, McNabb. McNabb versus Tuck. And helmet's off for McNabb, and I won the fight. As Tuck goes down in the left circle, and he floated it up. Although McNabb lost his helmet, he still won the fight against Tuck. Both will get fined for fighting. And there's a Dundons player, or a Dundons fan right there on the left, trolling that Buffalo player. Face-off is in the Buffalo zone in the left circle, the same circle Tuck was lost in. That was the same. The left circle of the Buffalo zone was the circle that the fight happened. And here's Palat. We do have Andre Palat. Palat, backhand, blocked by Dahlin. And here's Toss. I'm not sure who the Buffalo goalie is yet. I'll find out. Here's Dahlin. Got around the guy. Save by, that should be Fleury, but that might be what I didn't mean to do that. And that's going to be an icing because Buffalo gets to the circles first. Our goalie should be Marc-Andre Fleury. Our goalies are Marc-Andre Fleury and Scott Wedgwood. And it looks like actually Wedgwood's playing. So Scott Wedgwood is our goalie for this game. I mean, he's still a good goaltender. Fleury and Wedgwood are two good goaltenders. That was an own goal right there, but it wasn't. Now Dowd, so our goalie is Scott Wedgwood. Our other goalie is Marc-Andre Fleury. And what a hit by number 10. So our goalie, like I said, is Scott Wedgwood. I'm not sure who the Buffalo goalie is yet. How in the world did he keep that puck? Here's a Pozo, a shot. Had nothing on it. It went wide of the net. Here's Rodriguez. No score. And good hit. Oh, 21 could have got the puck. Here we go. Here's Darlene. This guy to poach. Oh, I thought it. And here's Middlestat. Middlestat below the goal line. Center and pass. That guy got clobbered. And now Goodrow. Goodrow with a captain on a breakaway. And it's stopped by the Buffalo netminder. And here's Ristolainen save. And now Skinner's got it. Still don't know who the Buffalo goalie is yet. Here's Darlene. Darlene. I just destroyed him. Here's oh, what a hit. That guy's stick went flying. Here's Ristolainen up to the Diderot. Diderot got around the guy. Center and pass. Blocked. Oh, got through, but then the shot was blocked. Darlene. 9 minutes to go in the first period. No score here in Austin. Dundon Sabres. What a hit in front of the penalty boxes. And that was intercepted at the red line by Buffalo. Here's DeHaan. And now Rodriguez might have numbers the other way. Has the guy cut it! And that was number 13, but it stopped. This guy got clobbered. And now Jersey walks right in, but a save by the Sabres goaltender. But what a sequence. What a hit. And now a little bit numbers for Buffalo, but a save by Wedgwood. And there's Anderson. And I dumped it in because I thought I was going to hit. But get in there first is Austin. Back door. Oh, that defenseman. And it looks like their goaltender is Halak. I know that guy. I know who Halak is. His first name, I don't remember his first name, but I know that name, Halak. So their goaltender is Halak. Our goaltender is Wedgwood. Here we go. We win the draw. Miller with a shot. And missed the net. Get out of there. Get in there first is now. Backhander went nowhere near the net. Here's Vetrano. Dumped in. And now it went out of play. 4:49 to go in the first. You didn't miss anything. As you saw in the last clip, the puck went out of play. I'm not sure what the face-off is. 4:49 to go in the first period. No score. Shots 5-3 in favor of Austin. Hits 9-5 in favor of Austin. Yeah, face-offs are 5-0 in favor of Austin. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, obviously there was those glow sticks. The red glow sticks. I picked that because, I mean, the Dundon's uniforms are red. So why would I pick another color other than red for the glow sticks? As the glow sticks were, well, obviously all the fans in the building had red glow sticks, and well, it's cool when they're all lit up when the lights turn off. Here we go. 4:49 to go in the first. No score. Dundon's 3-5-2 in their last 10 games, like I said, so we gotta try to get out of our slump right here by winning this game against Buffalo here on home ice. Here's 91 going back the other way. It's Evander Kane, and what a save by, apparently this team has Ryan Denslap as well. Here's a Pozo, as a good save by Halak. And now, this might be a breakaway! It is! Oh, what a save by Halak! Oh, Halak with a glove save, and a turnover right in front of Halak as Halak threw it out and then did forecheck. And he threw out a den. Here we go. Here's Colin Miller. Turned it off his stick. And a backhander stopped by Halak. Halak likes to throw the puck out. Here we go. Good play. Oh, come on. And now this backhander stopped by Wedgwood. And now DeForchet Denslav with a shot stopped by Wedgwood again. 15 seconds to go. There's a lot of hitting going on. Halak, 6 seconds, looking for a buzzer beater. And a save by Halak with the blocker. And then that guy just got clobbered. And that's the end of the first period. No score here in Austin. yeah. There was a lot of hitting going on. No score through 20. 20 down, 40 the Dow. No score. Shots 11-5 in favor of Austin. Hits 12-10 in favor of Austin. Faceoffs 5-1 in favor of Austin. Penalty minutes 5 aside for that fight-in major on Brandon McNabb and Alex Tuck, which I believe were teammates on the Vegas Golden Knights. Obviously now McNabb's on the Dundons and Tuck's on the Sabres. But yeah. Full house at the Doghouse, obviously, because you saw those red glow sticks earlier. Obviously, the glow sticks magically go away after the game starts, but when the lights were off right before the game started, obviously all the red glow sticks were lit up because it's a sellout, I assume, here at the Doghouse. I mean, it looks like a sellout. Now the centering pass got blocked, and now they score. Olofsson snuck it through Wedgwood, and the Sabres straight first. Victor Olofsson, 12th goal of the year, 35 seconds into the middle frame. And for the team lead, he is now 5th in the team lead with 12 goals. 35 seconds into the second, and Buffalo gets the first goal of the game here on the road. Assisted by Skinner and some other guy that I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. Good play. This guy's dead. So now we're playing from behind. Seems like Danny did Brates through the slump, but now number 9, Rodriguez, slams on the Brates, and a save. Well, not a save, actually it's blocked by multiple players. Yukihara, that's the guy who had the second assist on Olofsson's goal. Good play. And now Nichushkin got knocked off the puck, but did good forecheck, but unfortunately he brought it out of the zone. Tunnelson dump it in. Hit the back of the net. Dahlin, good forecheck. But then the recovery by Buffalo. And now there's a lot of hitting going on. There's an injured Dundons player. Slota it up. Olofsson goes back the other way. Fans are booing. And that was a good save by the goaltender, Wedgwood. Here we go. And now Stanley from the point, save! Saved by Halak. Man. During this little slump, we haven't scored that many goals, or even if we have, I mean, can't give up a lot of goals. Here we go. We added the next one here. And now McNabb somehow stayed with the puck the entire time, and a save by Halak. But Colin Miller's got it! Trying to tip it was Palat, but that didn't work. Here we go, as we're approaching the halfway point of the game. 1-0 Buffalo, and yeah, I was like, that should be offside, and it is. 12:35 to go, 1-0 Buffalo. And Colin Miller, is he injured? I'm not sure why I said that. I don't know. Here we go, here's Ristolainen. Dumped it in, I was trying to do it on net, that didn't really work. 12 minutes to go, and here we go, we need that to goal here. Dumped in by Buffalo. We've had our chances, just Halak has been there. Here we go. And out around the guy. 2 guys cut and they score! Sam Steele! Tie game! As 2 guys were cut in towards the net, and a Van der Taan, I'm pretty sure, or I don't know if that was a Van der Taan who fed Steele, but either way, whoever passed the puck to Steele had 2 guys cut in, and the pass went to Sam Steele, and we're tied. And it was actually, it was Logan Stanley who had the pass, not Van der Taan. Now it's a Van der Taan. Over! Oh, Van der Taan just got crushed, but it was a goal scored by Sam Steele, assisted by Logan Stanley. And a shot between 2 Dundons players stopped by Wedgwood. But a huge goal, now Steele has it again. Dumps it down. Sticked aside by the goaltender, my word. Yeah, goal scored by Sam Steele, assisted by Logan Stanley. It was a good pass by Stanley. I see it 2 guys cut in, and the pass went to Stanley, and Stanley buried it. And good play! Oh, he got around that guy. Yeah, it was a good pass by Steele, good pass by Stanley to Steele, and Steele buried it. 1-1. As it looks like I said earlier, it looks like a full house here at the Doghouse, and probably is. based on the fans and based on those red glow sticks earlier before the game. Here we go. Anderson from the corner, or from the sideboards, not the corner, sideboards, stopped by Halak. Told you it was a sellout. James Sabalski just said that. And they have brought the noise. 8:24 to go in the second, 1-1. And we lose a face-off. Here's Power. Yeah, like I said, our goalie is Scott Wedgwood. Their goaltender is Halak. I don't know his first name. Here we go. What a big play. Here's Ristolainen, Anderson. Josh Anderson took one for the team. And now another guy's cutting. Backdoor score! Mason Marchment! 2 backdoor feeds result in 2 goals. 2-1. 6th goal of the year for Marchment. What a pass. As both of our goals have been on backdoor feeds. As Halak couldn't get over there quick enough. Good pass by, that was Dowd. And points, Anderson has 15 now. That's Anderson had the second assist. But Dowd had the primary assist, with Marchment scoring the goal. I believe that said assisted by Dowd and Anderson. 6th goal of the year for Mason Marchment. And a backhander. And now, what a shot! Somehow he still got the shot off, but stopped by the goaltender. And I don't know what's going on here. Here's Gaudreau, our captain. Gaudreau got around the guy, and oh my, that almost went in. And now Olofsson, who has scored the Buffalo goal, has it. Skinner's got it. 5:30 to go. Skinner still got the pass away to Malkin. Malkin, and another shot. That was by I don't know who it was. It wasn't by Malkin, but Malkin fed his teammate, but a save by Wedgwood. Our starter should be Fleury, but for some reason Wedgwood's playing in this game. But Wedgwood's a good goaltender as well. I think Fleury's like has 1 overall point higher than Fleury, or 1 overall point higher than Wedgwood. There's a shot. Fleury's I think like a 1 point or 2 overall points higher than Wedgwood. So it's not like one's an 90 overall and one's like a 75 overall. They're both around like an 85. Here we go. So they're both good goaltenders, and I don't know what's going on now. Here's Joseph, 3 to go in the second. Dumped down. This guy's dead. Hit. Oh. Here we go. So yeah. Here's Tuck. The fans are booing him probably because of that fight earlier. Because they booed him the moment he had the puck. Backdoor score! What a pass! Joseph, and it's 3-1. Right when I passed that, I knew that was a goal. Or I knew it was a goal, or it was going to be some ridiculous save from Halak, but it's a goal. 11th goal of the year for Joseph, and it's 3-1. I said it was going to be a goal or a ridiculous save, but thankfully it's a goal. 1:43 to go in the second. 3 unanswered for the Dundons, and we're up 3-1. Assisted by Dowd, his second assist of the game. Steele busting right in, and he just got clotheslined. 1 minute to go. We're up by 2 here in the second. And now a centering pass. Good defense. And that might be on net, and it will be, so no icing. Good forecheck. 15 seconds. And good forecheck. And now another backdoor feed. Oh, he just missed the net. Or Halak got a piece of it. That was close. And that's the end of the second period. 3-1 Dundons. As we almost made it 4-1 in the final seconds. But we did get 3 unanswered in. Or the Buffalo scored first, and then after that, Austin scored 3 unanswered. And we're up by 2 after 2 here in Austin. So all 4 goals in the game were scored here in the second. 3 for Austin, 1 for Buffalo. We're out shooting them 21-11, out hitting them 21-20. There's a lot of hits. Faceoffs 10-5 in favor of Austin. Passing 85% is much higher than I'm usually. Usually I'm around like 70% or even lower. I'm 85%, they're 92. So just 5 penalty minutes aside for the 5-minute major for fighting on McNabb and Tuck. Marchment has a goal. Well, let me then. The first one was Sam Steele, then it was Mason Marchment, and then it was Matthew Joseph, and then Victor Olofsson was And Victor Olofsson scored the only goal for Buffalo so far. Let's get into the third period right away here. 3-1 Dogs. Here we go. 20 minutes to go. We're up by 2 in front of a sold-out crowd here at the Doghouse. Here we go. 20 minutes to go. We're up by 2 as we win the opening draw of the third. I did not mean to do that. This is not good. McNabb has it. And I tried to dump it in, but couldn't get enough on it. Moulton's got it. I still can't believe he's on this team. Here's Darlene. Here's Olaf. You didn't miss anything. The puck is in our zone. Buffalo has it. Just over a minute in the third. Here we go. And here we go. And a shot. Save Wedgwood. And he passes to the vacant corner. I like passing it out. And that's interference, ref. I mean, yes, the puck is right there, but I mean, like, come on, ref. But also, I might have had some interference too earlier, and that might be an icing. I didn't touch it, and they're first to the dots. 17-13 to go, icing against Austin. There's Dodd, our mascot, behind the boards right there. Faceoff's 11-5 in favor of Austin, made that 11-6. And good play by Nichushkin, but the one problem is he didn't get the puck. But he poked it away to the captain. The captain with a shot! Saved by Halot. And Diderot just got absolutely destroyed. And I want revenge for that hit. You don't mess with the captain like that. And they are booing Tuck because of the fight. I just destroyed Tuck again. Now it's behind the net. And good play to Dowd, who has 2 assists. Set up 2 goals into his backdoor feeds. Stinner. The poke. I tried to dump it in quicker. That didn't really work, though. Palat follows it up, though. Sing! Oh! Oh, the putt just rolled off the stick. 13:51 to go, but that was close. That was close. Here we go. Palat. And this might be a breakaway for Tuck. And that was a good defensive play. That was by me, too. I did a dive block and I dove at his feet, didn't trip him and got the puck. Or didn't get the puck, but I poked it away because that would have been a breakaway. What a mammoth hit. That was 2 mammoth hits in a span of like 10 seconds. 12 minutes to go, we're up 3-1. He got around the guy, but good play by Ristolainen, who lost it, but a save by Wedgwood. And then we lost the puck again, and then Ristolainen's got it. And now here's Steele. He's backhanded on net. That was close. What a poke! And a goal! Jake DeBrust! 4-1. 4 unanswered. And all 4 have been on backdoor feeds, I'm pretty sure. Another backdoor feed. Did poke by Evander Kane. And then found DeBrust literally like right on the doorstep. Right in, basically in the blue paint. And he buried it. 4-1. And DeBrust has 11 goals. It's 3rd on the team behind Rodriguez and Diderot. 11th of the year for DeBrust. 10:36 to down. We're up 4-1. Assisted by Kane. I just said it's 11th of the year for DeBrust. Did stick lift. And that's going to be a penalty on us. That's going to be a penalty on us. That's going to be a slash. It's on Steele's. It's on Sam Steele. I wasn't using him though, but I knew it was a slash right away based on the reaction of the other team's player because he reacted like he got slashed, and it did say delayed penalty on us. So Buffalo's on the power play, letting the back within 2. First power play for either side, and Skinner with a drive save by Wedgwood, and putt never got through on that one. Jersey's got it, and he dumps it. But good save by the goaltender. Halot just leaves it behind the net. That could have been interference. Here we go. And good poke at the line. And the putt doesn't go out, though. Are you kidding me? But a save by Wedgwood. And Jersey will clear it down to 200 feet. Here we go. Left there by the goaltender. The forecheck, but Power is right there. Here's Vitrano. Power, but we're kind of... And now a takeaway by Marchment. Marchment! Saved by Halak. Now up ahead, Denslav got poked at the line. This guy's got stood up at the line. Denslav got it in, but McNabb turns around and eventually gets the puck out. Marchment busting the other way. And a save. And he almost got his own rebound, and he poached the puck away. Marchment got destroyed in the corner. I'm not putting the puck down to waste more of their time. There's only 40 seconds to go on the power play. I go all the way back down and clear it to center ice at least to kill some of the time. And a poke. Or did hit by Marchment on at the blue line, and it's covered by Halak, and because Kane was rushing right in, Halak is forced to cover. That's 3 games. I think we're at Detroit, at someone else, and at Boston. Might be at Ottawa. I'm not sure. And we win the face-off short-handed. Ristolainen shot is blocked, and he almost got it back. 20 seconds to go in the power play. 8:28 to go in the period. And now they find out Olofsson, and Olofsson just got hit to Mars. 10 seconds in on the power play. That's going to be it for the power play, most likely, as it's dumped down the ice. Halak had some good chances. Halak did play, but then turned it over, but then made the save. And that's it for the power play, I'm pretty sure. 8:08 to go, and it's still 4-1. They had some shots, and some chances, but not anything dangerous enough that results in a goal. There's actually 1 second to go on the power play, but it's going to be over basically right when the puck drops. So power play is over. Shot flutters over the net. Joseph, backhander stopped by Malkin. Yeah, Malkin blocked it right in front of the net. 7:30 to go. This must be tucked because they're booing him hard. It is. They are booing him because of the fight earlier. That's why. I like how the fans do that. Tuck with a shot save. Now they're cheering, but they're booing every time Tuck has the puck, and that might have been a goal if it got through, but it was blocked, and then Halak covers. 6:11 to go. 4-1. And then, yeah, I think, like I said, Marc-Andre Fleury is supposed to be our starter, but right now, but for this game, Wedgwood's playing. But like I said, Fleury, I think, is like 1 overall point higher than Wedgwood. Now, right in the slot! That just missed. Now, Diderot, the captain! What a save! And the Chustin scores! 5-1! Valeri the Chustin, and it's 5-1 Dundons, and that's the dagger. There's like, what, 5.5 minutes left? And that went blocker side on Halak, and that's the dagger. I think the game was already probably over. The Chustin now has 12 goals, which is now 3rd on the team. So the Brust is now 4th with 11. And obviously then you have Rodriguez with 16, and then Diderot with 20. Diderot did the primary assist, I'm pretty sure, on that goal. And now Malkin lost the puck at the blue line. 5 minutes to go, we're up by 4. 5 unanswered for the Dundons, and make that 6. Matthew Joseph, 2nd of the game, and it's 6-1. 2nd of the game, 12th of the year. And we pour it on. And he's now 4th on the list for goals because he has 12. 6-1, so assisted by Palat and Jones. Here we go, 4:20 to go, we're up by 5. And now Malkin, his shot is fired wide. Now Malkin at the point. Malkin over, slapper, missed the net. Jones, well, I think, okay, he was at the red line. Almost didn't, there was a Dundons player. 3 minutes to go. We were down 1-0, but then after that, we scored 6 unanswered. Now we're up 6-1. And down is got destroyed. Palat. 2 minutes to go to Pote. And eventually it hit Halak, and now Palat almost scored. Stopped by Halak, 1:42 to go. Joseph, one goal away from the hat trick. As we were down 1-0, but since then we've scored 6 unanswered. And we're a minute 42 away from winning and possibly getting out of this slump that we're in. It's a good statement win, and now the Brust. That actually was deflected and blocked, and it almost went in. At a 119 to go. Another whistle here in this game. That's now a blowout. Shots in the game 33-15. It was, I mean, Buffalo had a 1-0 lead in the second period, but then after that we scored 6 unanswered. And we might try to make it more here. I mean, the shots at one point were 21-11, but now they're 33-15. So we're dramatically outshooting them here, here in the third period. I mean, they have a shot in the third, Buffalo I assume does, but they don't have that many. Here we go. Here's touch blocked. Fans still don't want that fight. Touch has against McNabb, but at least McNabb won it. There's a mammoth hits being thrown here in the final 30 seconds. Here's touch. Fans are really booing him now. It did steal, but did play by McNabb. If he didn't stop that, that would have been a breakaway. And now a centering pass to Chustin stopped. 15 seconds, that guy just got clobbered. And now a backdoor feed ends up getting covered by Halak with 12 seconds to go. But we're gonna win, as this sellout crowd is gonna go home happy here in Austin as their team. I'm gonna say this because we're up 6-1. Well, we're obviously gonna win, but I think we're officially out of our slump because this is a statement win. Final countdown here at the doghouse. One last shot is stopped and another whistle. So, but the fans are starting to do the final countdown. Fans on their feet. The sellout crowd is on their feet. And the last word in this game will be the crowds. Gun Nods win 6-1. As the sellout crowd will go home happy, and the Gun Nods hopefully hopefully this game breaks them out of their slump, which I think this game did break them out of their slump. And there's a salute by the players to their fans here at the doghouse, and there's Dog, our mascot, in the middle with the Gun Nods flag. As every goal, except for the sixth one, I'm pretty sure were on backdoor feeds. I'm pretty sure the first 5 were on backdoor feeds, and the only one that wasn't was Nachustin's right here, which is the sixth goal. But the first 5, I believe, were backdoor feeds. I'm pretty sure. Marchment, 3rd star, 1 goal, no assist, 1 hit. We outshot Buffalo 37-15, so that's more than a 2-to-1 ratio right there. 2nd star, Nick Down, no goals, 2 assists, 1 hit. I believe he set up 2 goals, so he got the primary assist on 2 goals thanks to backdoor feed. He was the one that did the backdoor feed. And then the 1st star, well, yeah, it should be Matthew Joseph. 2 goals, no assist, 1 hit. So the 3 stars are what? Matthew Joseph is the 1st star, Nick Down is the 2nd star, and Mason Marchment is the 3rd star. Time and attack, we had 3 minutes more. Hits, they actually out-hit us 31-26. We outshot them 37-15, outscored them 6-1. I mean, this was a close game. It was 0-0 after the first period. And then it was 1-0 Buffalo. Then we scored 3 unanswered and made it 3-1. And then we scored 3 in the third and made it 6-1. So we scored, neither team scored in the first. We scored 3 in the second and 3 in the third. And then Buffalo scored, like I said, none in the first, 1 in the second, and none in the third. So like I said, we scored, neither team scored in the first. And then in the second, we scored 3, Buffalo scored 1, and then in the third, we scored 3, and Buffalo scored none. As the only goal was scored by, Victor Olofsson. That was the only Victor Olofsson was the only Buffalo score. He was the one that scored the only Buffalo goal. And then obviously, for the Gun Nods, Joseph had 2, Marchment had 1, Nachustin had 1, Steele had 1, and I don't look at the stats anyways, but I don't remember who had the other one. So Joseph 2 goals, Dowd 2 assists, Marchment a goal, Stanley a assist, Nachustin a goal, Palata assist, DeBrust was the other goal. Anderson an assist, Dedroa assist, he assisted on the Nachustin goal. Caleb Jones, I'm pretty sure, assist, Evander Kane assist, Jersey assist, Sam Steele, I actually said it right, goal. Matt Domi had no points but only played 45 seconds. Yeah, I don't know why that's the case. It just obviously it's the auto lines and stuff, so he only played 45 seconds. Colin Miller played 30 minutes and had 1 shot, but no points and a 0 for plus minus. McNabb 3 shots. Did have that fight win though and played 31 minutes. Ristolainen had a +3 and 1 shot. Played 18 minutes. Rodriguez 1 shot, no points, 0 for plus minus. played 22 minutes. So yeah, we only had we had 5 players. So we had 18 staters. We have 18 staters and obviously the 2 goalies. Out of our 18 staters, 13 of them had at least 1 point. That's pretty good. That's really good, really. 13 out of our 18 staters had at least 1 point. The only ones that didn't were Domi, Miller, McNabb, Ristolainen, and Rodriguez. Rodriguez had some good chances. McNabb had that fight win against Tuck, and then obviously Wedgwood. Yeah, I think Fleury is supposed to be our starter. They also might have, for some reason, the CPU sometimes flips them, and that might have been the case. But Wedgwood, 14 saves, 15 shots. Obviously, only gave up 1 goal, 933 save percentage, 1 goals against average. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, the signs that CPU flips them. Because Fleury is our starter, and sometimes the CPU flips them. And if that was the case, then Wedgwood would be starting. But I have no complaints about Wedgwood started. I understand that they might have flipped him, so that's why Wedgwood started. I have no complaints though, because Wedgwood still had a good game. He wasn't really tested that much, because he only had 15 shots, stopped 14 of them, only gave up 1 goal, and we won by 5 goals. So Buffalo got the first goal, but then Buffalo got the first goal, but then the Dundons got the next 6 goals to win the game 6-1, and most likely break out of their slump. So yeah, that's. I think the CPU must have flipped them. That's the reason why Wedgwood started. So, but like I said, Fleury I think is only like 1 overall point or 2 overall points higher than Wedgwood. So Fleury, it's not like Fleury's a 90. Fleury's around the 90, but it's not like Fleury's a 90. Wedgwood's like a 75. That's not the case. They're only I think Fleury's only like a 1 or 2 overall points higher than Wedgwood. So they're right there. So yeah, it was a good game. It was a fun game to play. It should have been a fun game to watch, especially early on when it was actually close, towards the end, especially in the 3rd period. Obviously, we scored 3 goals, and that put the dagger in the Sabres' hearts. So yeah, face-offs in this game were also 20-9 in favor of Austin. Passing 92% for Buffalo, 81% for Austin. Usually I'm around 60%, 65%, maybe 70%. I'm usually never, maybe 75%, but I'm like never at least 80%. I was 81.4%. That's actually pretty good for me. So yeah, this was a close game, but then obviously in the 3rd we started to pull away and end up winning 6-1. But it should still been a fun game to watch. Yeah, the first game of the out of these 3 episodes, we won one. We beat the Penguins in episode number 1, 3-0. Then beat the Golden Knights 3-1, so we beat the Penguins 3-0 in episode number 1. Then we beat the Golden Knights 3-1 in episode number 2, and now we beat the Sabres 6-1 here in episode number 3. So 3-0, 3-1, and then 6-1. And this episode of the series, like I said, will be the Dundons game on the trade deadline against the Arizona Coyotes at home at the Doghouse, and that will be the next episode of this series in this game. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you enjoyed this video and really this episode of this series. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, time for closing the board. If this episode, the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm going to see you in episode number 4 of this Austin Dundons NHL 23 Expansion Draft Franchise Series. See you in episode number 4. And eat on a bacon and go Dundons.